Hi, I'm Chris Brown, co-owner of Fitness Camp Academy, and I help frustrated men and women understand fitness, exercise, nutrition and lifestyle in order to get the body back in 28 days or less and maintain results for life. Have you ever had the feeling that you're frustrated, sick and tired? The feeling of working so hard in the gym from Monday to Friday and then stepping on the scales at the end of the week and not seeing any results at all, or £1 or £2 off for 2 to 3 hours in the gym a night and a diet constantly through the week. I know this feeling, it is frustrating. There's a lot of people out there just like you. I was one of them myself before I was a trainer. I used to train in the gym really hard, or so I thought that at the time. I was working out for 2 to 3 hours a day. I was doing a lot of cardio, I was doing a lot of weights, and I was trying to build a physique of a young man that you'd like to have when you're younger. You want to be in shape. You want to have the six-pack abs. You want to be the nice big chest and shoulders. That was the desirable look that I was going for at the time. Yet I struggled with my health, with my energy levels, and I struggled to get the intensity of training that I should have had. I also struggled to be in shape. I was actually a skinny fat guy, which sucks because I wasn't neither muscly or in shape, nor was I fat, but I just sort of had this belly fat and a skinny frame. It was frustrating because I'd eat a lot of food, I'd eat a lot of junk food as well, and my diet wasn't great, but I'd never seemed to put any weight on. I know this is a lot different to a story of yourself, maybe that you struggle to keep the weight off or you put weight on easily, but I can tell you I relate to that frustration of working hard in the gym, doing a supposed diet that works, and then at the end of the week not seeing any single results or change in measurements. I then decided that I was going to change this and become a personal trainer. So I wanted to educate myself in order to get myself in shape and then influence other people so that I could get them in shape also and help them over the struggles that I felt myself. I started out as a personal trainer a few years ago now, and when I started working with clients, in the initial stages I'd start getting a result. I'd help them drop a little bit of body fat, improve the sleep and improve the energy levels, then they'd always fall off the wagon. And I didn't really understand why at the time they were going through this process and stage of dieting and losing a little bit of weight, then losing focus and falling and slipping back and putting that weight on. So I decided that my knowledge was limited and I'd sort of hit the ceiling of my knowledge, and I decided to go out and speak to some of the experts in the industry that in my opinion were getting the best results out there. So I decided to study with them, learn their principles, apply their knowledge to my clients and create a system for fat loss that worked every time with every client. I understand all of the frustrations that you went through because I've worked with people on a personal level that have been through the same frustrations as you, and myself personally have been through the same frustrations. I now have more energy, I've got the body that I want, I have clients that are dropping fat like you've never seen before. I'm going to go in to show you some results now, then I'm going to give you a strategic 5-step framework in order to get your body back in the next 28 days.
So this result here is actually a 21-day result. It is one of our clients. This is also a 21-day result, Lien, which is great. You can see around the belly. This is a 21-day result also. You can see massively around the waist there. And this is also a 21-day result. Not only do we get short-term results, but we get long-term results. You can see here, this is a year-long transformation. And this is actually an amazing transformation over a period of 4 months, 5 stone, 2 pound.
Pretty crazy results, right? So, before we move on to the 5-step framework for success, I want to share with you the number one reason that you're preventing yourself from getting in shape. And don't worry, I used to think this too. I used to think before as a personal trainer that I could just literally work harder, work more and eat less and get in better shape and drop body fat. However, that's not the case. That might have been the old method of doing things, was to increase the amount of cardio that you're doing. Cardio is the main form of weight loss and fat loss. Now, we know there's more effective ways through advances in studies and nutritional developments, exercise developments. And basically, we want to go for the biggest bang for our buck. So we want to get the biggest result for the least amount of work. We don't want to be stuck in the gym for 2 to 3 hours at a time. And back when I was a health club personal trainer, I used to see people working for 2 hours doing cardio all that time. Where my clients would come in, see me work for half an hour, 40-minute workout, then 20 minutes with consult over nutrition. Because remember, nutrition is king. Nutrition accounts for 70% of your results. So just by increasing the amount of cardio that you're doing and eating a little bit less, you're not going to get the results that you desire. Cardio actually burns muscle tissue, which is the tissue that we actually use to burn body fat. Muscle tissue increases the lactic acid output through resistance training, and then lactic acid forces the body to release growth hormone, which commands the body to use fat for fuel. So, more modern day techniques, the things that I do with my clients, is to do metabolic resistance training as opposed to cardio. It's a lot shorter in terms of exercise length and duration. It's a lot more intense, but you've got periods of recovery as well. So it's not just long, one continuous part of exercise. You get periods of work and rest. We're going to go through that in the 5-step framework, which I'm going to go into now.
So now into the juicy bit, the 5-step framework of achieving in February and fat loss success. So January, I guess it didn't go that well. I guess you tried your own thing and that thing didn't work. A lot of people after a few days give in. Okay, so I'm going to give you an exact 5-step framework to achieving results in February. First of all, hydration. We need good nutrition, the correct mindset, the correct exercise, and an important factor that many people disregard, which is sleep. I'm going to break each point down now. So hydration. A dehydrated body won't drop fat. It's as simple as that. If you're not hitting a litre per 50 pounds of body weight, then you're going to be dehydrated. Juices don't count. Fruit juices, diluted juices don't count. Simple, natural mineral water. Dehydration will lead to prolonged muscle soreness as well. So if you're training hard and you're not going to recover in time, all the results that we do gain happen in recovery. So if you're going to be sore for a couple of days afterwards, then it's going to put you off the exercise. So you want to do everything in your power to prepare you best for the next part of the exercise. Only natural mineral water or a plumbed in filter attachment. 1 litre per 50 pound of body weight, as I mentioned previously, is the guideline for hydration. Could coffee only drink green or herbal teas alongside your 3 litres of water or around 3 litres of water? Remember, nutrition is king. This amounts to around 70% of your results. You cannot out-train a bad diet. Eat for results. Don't just eat for taste all the time. You can have tasty, healthy food, but remember you've got to eat for results as well. Don't try and bend the rules that people do. Eat more fresh organic vegetables, particularly your greens like your broccoli, spinach, watercress in particular. They contain indole 3-carbinol, which is great for detoxifying estrogen, and that is responsible for body fat storage around the butt and the thighs. The first meal of the day is critical. If you get this right, then the rest of the day is easy. If you start your day with carbohydrates, so high carbohydrates, sugary foods like fruit, that is what you're going to crave all day. If you start with a nice vegetables, meat, fish, something like that, it doesn't have to be as soon as you wake up, but if you start your day with that, your blood sugars are going to be balanced throughout the day. You're not going to be on this insulin roller coaster that's going to see you craving a lot of sugary food all day. Go for nutrients. Cut these out, simple as that. This is the principles behind the whole nutrition theory. So hydration, and then wheat, dairy, sugar, alcohol, processed foods, caffeine, completely out of your diet. Do that all the time for the next 28 days and watch your amazing energy levels and your fat loss results. Mindset. This for me is one of the major important factors. Okay, in my opinion, the most important factor. So in January, what happened? You probably didn't have the right mindset. You simply wanted to lose weight, which is stating a preference. It's not actually making a committed decision. Just wanting to lose weight is just stating a preference. A lot of people just want to lose weight. Only a select few people will actually make the committed decision and take the action towards achieving it. So make sure you make that decision deep within you and take the action towards achieving that. Every time you make a committed decision, always take the first step of action towards it immediately. If you do that, that allows you to get the cycle started and get into that decision-making process. If you leave that decision, if you make the decision then leave it, then you're less likely to follow that through and achieve it. Find out why. Okay, so why do you want to lose weight? Why are you stating that preference of wanting to lose weight? You want to begin this journey, find out why. You need to dig deep and find out the emotional triggers behind it. Is it that you're unhappy? Is it that you're not happy wearing the clothes that you are now? Is it that you've got clothes hanging up in the wardrobe that you used to be able to wear that you no longer can? Is it the fact that you are frustrated with the way that you look when you look in the mirror? Is it that your energy levels are low? Is it that you cannot play with your kids like you used to be able to? All these reasons are valid reasons, but you need to really find out your why and dig deep within yourself to find that. In regards to exercise, you want to go for the exercise that's going to give you biggest bang for your buck. So ditch the hours of cardio and switch for resistance training. You want to focus on doing bursts of exercise followed by bursts of rest. So you could do 30 seconds of exercise followed by 30 seconds of rest, or 20 seconds of exercise followed by 10, or 40, 20, 45, 15, 30, 10, 25, 5, whatever it is. Work hard in that work period and then recover in the recovery period. Focus on movements that replicate our everyday life and that are going to use a lot of muscle groups. So something like a bicep curl isn't going to give you your biggest bang for your buck. It's a small muscle in the body. You want to go for something like a squat with a press above your head. Okay, so if you're doing a squat with a press, you're pretty much using every single muscle in the body, as opposed to just using one or two isolated movements. Try and avoid machinery and focus on free weight movements. So you can do body weight stuff, or you can do dumbbell movements, resistance bands, anything you like that incorporates free movement. So you want to be doing pushing movements, pulling movements, such as rows, squats, lunges, rotational lunges, squat with a rotation, row with a rotation, and stepping up onto a step or a box or a bench. All these movements we replicate in everyday life, more so than you realise. We go upstairs, we sit down, we pull things out of the washing machine, we push things like tables within the house. So replicate what you do in your everyday movements. And if you're unsure about something, seek professional advice. I always say this. People think they can do exercise on their own, but think about it. If your car breaks down, where do you take it? You go to the garage and seek the professional advice because you're not clued up about that certain area. You have expertise that people come to you to see about. So why do you think you can do exercise on your own? The same thing if you were to go to court, you'd seek the advice of a lawyer, because you wouldn't go to court without a lawyer or professional advice from a lawyer, because you're not going to get the result from that court case that you would if you had that professional advice. The same with fitness and exercise. You want to get there as short a space of time as possible to maintain your motivation. Sleep. This is a critical factor that's often overlooked. Majorly underrated, and this is when results happen in your recovery time. So remember, while we're asleep, growth hormone is high. Growth hormone is the hormone that commands the body to use fat for fuel. Not only that, it's the hormone that is going to increase your energy. It's going to revolutionize your skin. And basically, sleep alone in recovery will help you drop body fat. If you're getting to bed early enough and getting a good 6 to 8 hours sleep in a solid block with no waking up, that alone is going to help you drop body fat. Helps balance your hormonal fluctuations, rebalances your cortisol, which is a fat storing hormone, a stress hormone also. If you're resting better, then your training's going to be better, which means you're going to be able to work harder in the gym and improve your results even further. Working harder doesn't mean longer, guys. It means working effectively. Sleep by 10:30. Cold bath or cold shower an hour before bed really improves your sleep. A banana 1 hour before bed will also improve your sleep. Bananas will spike your insulin. So insulin is the hormone that transports nutrients into cells, but it also correlates and counteracts cortisol. So if insulin increases, cortisol decreases. Cortisol is a hormone that will get us out of bed in the morning and allow us to sleep in the evening. So we want to be nice and low in the evening. So if you increase the insulin, cortisol will decrease. It also increases melanin, which is a sleep hormone. So common mistakes. This is something that people do not cover. So I'm telling you all this amazing information, but you want to know things that people do wrong. So just trying to lose weight, as I said in the mindset section, just by stating that preference doesn't mean you're actually going to do it. Make a committed decision, not just a statement or a preference. Not really enjoying or knowing that your program will get you results. This is major as well, because if you're working hard for 7 days in the gym, dieting, exercising, by the end of the week you drop 1 pound, how demotivating and frustrating is that going to be? So not knowing that your program is going to get you results will actually halt your motivation and stop you from progressing forward. So make sure, seek that. I'm not saying come with me, but I say seek advice. Go on the internet, look it up. I'd love to work with you, but if you don't, then go out and do it on your own. Educate yourself, read books, find out the things that work. People don't seek help from the expert, as I said. Find out what works. Go and see the people that are getting the best results out there. See the people that have got before and after pictures, the social proof, and go and get their help. They will get you there quicker than anybody else. And overtraining and under-recovering is a massive mistake. So just by increasing your training, not getting enough sleep, early mornings, late nights, that is going to halt your progression massively. Remember, results happen in recovery. So make sure you're not overtraining and under-recovering. This is something that people do not do. So gurus, trainers, people out there will tell you what to do. They'll give you information, but they never tell you what the first step is. And I think, personally, when you're trying to take an action step, it's always where to start is the hardest thing. So if you help you start on this journey and get into that mindset of starting in the first place, then you are more likely to succeed just by taking that first step. So go now and rid your cupboards of naughty foods. Food that is basically going to be counterproductive to your results. So all the sugary food in there, your biscuits, chocolate, crisps, anything that contains wheat, gluten, dairy, sugar, alcohol, processed foods, caffeine, get rid of it. Get it out of the house. Willpower isn't that great. If it's not around, you're less likely to want it. Then go out and buy all of the food that you need for success. So fresh vegetables, meat, fish, fruit, nuts, seeds, and plenty of water, bottled natural mineral water. Once you prepare yourself like this, then you are guaranteed to have success. So make sure you take that first step. The first step is the first step onto a journey of length and sometimes a journey of commitment to yourself. Make sure you take that first step now. Go and take action. Okay, so thank you for listening in. Thanks so much for taking your time out to watch this video. I hope you applied the 5-step framework for success in February. And if you want to know more about what we do at fitnesscampacademy.com, you can head over to fitnesscampacademy.com and you can have a look at all the locations that we've got throughout the UK. If you want to work with me personally, I run fitness camps in Liverpool and Wirral. So fitnesscampacademy.com/Liverpool and /Wirral for my website. So you can actually get a free trial week beginning soon. Pop your details in the box and my assistant will call you. Thanks for tuning in. Take action, take that first step towards success, and I hope February is better than January was for you. Bye bye.